Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Still dealing with nice conditions out there this morning with mainly just some high clouds in the area and plenty of filtered sunshine coming through. Seeing temperatures start to warm up into the low 50s at the moment and seeing that slight south-southeasterly breeze picking up a little bit as well. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have high pressure that's going to be moving off to the east as we go through the day today. That's going to allow some southerly flow to pick up and bring some warming temperatures as we go over the next couple of days. We do have some disturbed weather over the southeast part of the country that's expected to move east across the Carolinas, keeping precip south of our area, but we'll see clouds continue as that disturbance moves south of the area. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's balloon sounding, we had those south-southeasterly winds near the surface becoming more south-southwesterly and becoming westerly as we get above 6,000 feet. Seeing generally 15 to 25 knots in the lower levels, bumping up to 25 to 35 knots in the upper levels, and seeing a peak wind around 45 knots at 25,000 feet. And our freezing level is at 9,600 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see just that thin cirrus streaming across the area, expecting that to continue as we go throughout the day and into the evening hours today. Otherwise, temperatures in the low 50s at the moment over the region, with that, again, south-southeasterly breeze. If we look at the short-term high-resolution models, see how things play out today, expecting those high clouds to stick around, but things remaining dry as we go through the day today with a fairly seasonable day ahead of us. As we go into the overnight hours, we see a few breaks in the clouds, and as this disturbance continues to move south of the area, we'll see some additional clouds build northward into our region as some of that moisture moves north from those showers. Not expecting any precip as we go into the day on Tuesday. Very slight chance of a sprinkle, but not looking very likely that it will make it to the surface. Just seeing some clouds in the area for the first part of Tuesday, and likely seeing partly to mostly cloudy skies as we go through the day on Tuesday. Going into Tuesday evening, we'll see a brief break in some of the cloud cover, and then we'll see some low clouds, possibly some fog. Chance of that moving into the area in the overnight and early morning hours on Wednesday. Could see some of those clouds linger around into the day on Wednesday, so a mix of partly to mostly cloudy conditions as we start the day and go through the day on Wednesday. If we zoom out and take a look at the longer term forecast model, starting off Wednesday morning, again expecting dry conditions to continue as we go through the day on Wednesday. We'll start to see a slight breeze pick up later in the day, and as we go into the evening, as we have this low pressure tracking across the northern part of the country, that's going to drop a cold front across into the eastern part of the country. That's going to bring a good chance of seeing some showers and thunderstorms moving into the area as we get into Thursday afternoon and continuing into the evening hours. So we'll see some breezy conditions, some showers and thunderstorms, good chance of those. And then as we go into the day on Friday, most of that activity should be pushed off the coast to the south with that boundary, as that boundary stalls south of the area. We'll see high pressure build in with a clearing trend for our Friday and going into the weekend. It looks at the moment like those showers will stay south of the area as we go through the weekend, but we'll see a onshore breeze keeping things at or below average temperature-wise for the weekend. But at the moment, things are looking dry for our weekend. Take a look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting temperatures to climb to a seasonable temperature around 61 degrees for our high today, seeing a slight breeze as we go through the day today out of the south-southeast, 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to 21 to 22 knots. We do pick up that yellow risk of winds at or above 25 knots. Expecting to stay below that, but we will be close, so we do have that slight chance of seeing maybe a peak wind around 25 knots. But again, expecting to stay below that. As we go into the evening hours, we'll see a few breaks in the high clouds, and then once again, won't see much of a cool down this evening. We'll see our low around 52 degrees and staying in the low 50s for the morning hours Tuesday, and then we'll see some clouds building in to start the day on Tuesday with that disturbance to the south. Otherwise, tides are running normal at the moment. Looking at our Tuesday, we'll see mostly to partly cloudy at times. Very slight chance of that passing sprinkle midday with that disturbance, but again, that looks like less than 10% chance. Otherwise, a mild day with a high around 67 degrees and green across the board for our weather risk going into Tuesday evening. we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions, and we'll have that slight chance of low clouds and fog in the area. So we do have that yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities. Otherwise, another mild evening with a low around 54 degrees. And going into Wednesday, we'll see mostly to partly cloudy at times. Once again, mild, and we'll see that slightly breezy conditions picking up as we get later in the day, but expecting to stay below that wind advisory criteria. So green for our weather risk at the moment for Wednesday, but a warm day with a high around 70 degrees. If we look at the extended forecast as we get into our day on Thursday, we'll start off around 58, so a mild start to the day, and we'll stay pretty warm as we go through the day with a high around 73 degrees for Thursday, and then we'll see those rain showers and thunderstorm chances start to increase as we get into the afternoon into the evening hours, and some breezy conditions as well. Pretty good agreement at the moment, so we have about a 60% chance of seeing that precip in the area. We'll likely see those chances increase as we get closer to our Thursday. Otherwise, we should see things start to clear out of here as we go into the day on Friday, starting off around 48 degrees and then seeing a seasonable day around 62 degrees. We'll see mostly cloudy conditions early in the day, and then we'll see a clearing trend continuing through the day. And then going into the weekend, again, we'll have that onshore breeze, so keep things right around seasonable or just below seasonable temperatures. So 42 degrees for our low Saturday morning, seeing a high around 55 with partly cloudy conditions for Saturday, and then a low around 43 degrees for our Sunday morning, and then slightly warmer with a high around 59 degrees with once again partly cloudy skies for our Sunday. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.